So, two other applications of this praying to the God who is the Lord of hosts. How do we address God as the Lord of hosts when we pray about the overall mission and condition of the Christian faith in our times? Okay, sometimes it looks like we're losing the battle as Christians in the world at large, in our culture. Looks like there are many other forces that are pushing the Christian faith to the fringe. We need to remember that God is still God and God rules, and keep our faith in Him and keep faithful to Him, like Jeremiah did. You know, Jeremiah is a great example of someone who lived in times where faithfulness to God was crumbling, and faith in God was being pushed to the margins. But he remained faithful to God, and he demonstrated that it's worth it to remain faithful to God, because God does work things out for good. And another area that we pray about is the people dynamics and personality changes in our local community of faith. How do we pray about those things to the Lord of hosts, who still rules over all? Again, when we're talking about our relationships and our work together, our ministries together as Christian people within our congregations, within our local faith community, there can be hurdles, there can be conflict, but we need to realize that we're not working by our own strength and with our own wisdom and just with our own resources. We're working with the power of the Lord of hosts, right? And we're working His mission. We're His army, as the New Testament describes us. And so we should be doing that with a great amount of faith, and it should shape our prayers a certain way. How does addressing God as the Lord of hosts change the way we pray about our personal issues and struggles? Okay, so I've gone everywhere from the global to the church, to the local congregation, and to your own personal life. If God is the Lord of hosts, your King, sitting on the throne, ruling, reigning in your life, how are you going to pray now when you pray about your health, when you pray about your troubles, when you pray about your work, when you pray about raising your kids, when you pray about your marriage? It changes the way you pray. If you have that understanding that God rules and God is the Lord of hosts, we have a lot less fear. We have a lot more hope. We go out with a lot more confidence. We battle harder. We make it through the struggles better because God sustains us, because our faith keeps us strong. So I think these chapters in Jeremiah are very powerful in building our faith, in building our prayer life, and helping us to be better Christians. When we understand that despite what's going on in the world at large or in the world at home, God is the Lord of hosts. He's still the one in 21. Join us next week for our last lesson from the book of Jeremiah in this series.